What's up, Psalms? In this video, we're going to show you the location of all 20 Mr. Charlie bobblehead dolls in Resident Evil 3 Remake so you can earn the Goodbye Charlie achievement. There will be spoilers in this video, so if you have not played the game yet, please exit now. Right now on the screen there is a slideshow playing showing you the locations of all 20 of the bobbleheads. So feel free to pause and go through this, or stay tuned afterwards for a more detailed description on how to get each one. If you get to an area and you don't see a bobblehead, that means you've already gotten it. Once you get it once in any playthrough, it disappears forever. If you like YouTube videos that give you the answer right up front without any fluff, please consider subscribing. We'll have more Resident Evil 3 Remake content all month long. The first bobblehead doesn't appear until after Carlos saves you from Nemesis. So when you start in the subway tunnel with him, instead of following him, turn around and go up the stairs. At the top, in between two newspaper stands, is the bobblehead. There are 4 bobbleheads in the main downtown area. Let's start with the one in Moon's Donuts. It's the same as the demo. You walk inside, look to the left on the counter, and in the corner next to the microwave is Mr. Charlie. Next we have the Aquacure safe room. You should know how to get there by now. Walk in there and look up on the shelving over by the paintings and you'll see the bobblehead. Next up, head into the Kite Bros Railway building and go to the subway puzzle room that's at the end of the hallway. Right inside there, under the computer desk, you'll see the bobblehead. And finally, you'll have to backtrack with the lockpick to get this one, but there is a bobblehead in with the Mega Man things in Toy Uncle. There's actually not a bobblehead in the substation, but in the office that overlooks it. Once you walk inside and cut to the left, look in the top corner, and on top of a bookcase is Mr. Charlie. In the sewer area, there are 2 bobbleheads. And in the main tunnel section, there's a left tunnel and a right tunnel. When you're searching for the battery pack, we're going to take the right tunnel, go all the way down to the end right before the ladder that leads up to the lab, and in the grate right across from you is Mr. Charlie. After you use the battery pack in the exit door, you might be so excited to get rid of the Hunter Gammas that you forget to turn around. But if you do, you'll see Mr. Charlie. After the part with Kendo, there's one bobblehead, and it's really easy to find. You can't miss it. Go through the gate around the corner into a little house, and right in the kitchen in front of you will be Mr. Charlie. Carlos has 2 bobbleheads to find at the RPD. The first one is kind of tricky, so when you start at the Brad Zombie area, actually turn around and backtrack and go under the stairs where Leon did in RE2 Remake. Come up the other side, you'll be in the courtyard, and who's waiting for you on the left? It's Mr. Charlie. Later, the game will force you to go into the weapons locker area. In the back where Leon got the shotgun in RE2 Remake, on the left side up on some shelving, you'll see a bobblehead. There are 2 bobbleheads in the section that the game calls the Outskirts. The first one, after you retake control of Jill after the train crash, she finds herself in a save room. Exit the room and you'll go into this kind of dungeon corridor, make a right turn, and on the right there's some bunks, and in the second nook you'll see under a bench Mr. Charlie. Right after this section you'll be in the park area right across the water from the clock tower. Go all the way down to the end, kind of near the bridge, turn left and go over to the cafe, look to the left, and by the vehicle, you'll see the bobblehead. The hospital area has 3 bobbleheads, and you can get them with Carlos or Jill. The first one is on the first floor, and you will just naturally pass it through the game. When you turn around a corner, right before you go into a door, look to your left and there's a gurney, and on top is Mr. Charlie. You have to walk outside on this rooftop corridor to get to where you're going, but right as soon as you walk in the door, turn to your right, and Mr. Charlie's hiding right there. On the second floor, go across the walkway into the single door to the nurse's station where you'll find a safe. In the room on the left is the sick room, and if you go to the door in the back, you look into the trash can, and who's hiding there? It's Mr. Charlie. In the underground section, Jill will find 2 bobbleheads. The first one is right at the beginning. After you leave the hospital, you'll go into a room with some trucks. You're going to see a forklift on your left, and Mr. Charlie is kind of tucked in there. It's a little bit hard to see, but when you do see him, take him out. Later, Jill will have to solve a fuse puzzle in the underground maze and elevator area. At one point in the maze, you're going to squeeze through 2 shelves and shimmy through, and as soon as you get outside there, look on your right, and there's a Mr. Charlie hiding on the shelves. In the nest area are the final 2 bobbleheads. The first one is in the incubation room where you make the vaccine. In the back right corner, there's actually a balcony out there, and tucked into the corner hidden away is a very hard to find Mr. Charlie. And finally, after you get the red USB drive, you can open a door on the first floor. Go inside there into the Palehead room, go up the stairs to find part of the vaccine, and in a little tiny back closet area room, you'll find Mr. Charlie sitting right there on the floor. So that's it, all 20 bobbleheads in Resident Evil 3 Remake. Finding them all doesn't unlock anything but the Goodbye Charlie trophy, but you'll earn some in-game points to buy unlockables with. If this guide helped you, be sure to leave a comment and drop a like. And if you like walkthroughs cut together like this and packed with details, be sure to click on that subscribe button because Resident Evil 3 just came out and we've got lots more coverage to come.